Hain starting 5, America's leading underwear brand. Soyud will jump it up at the center position against Greg Slaughter. There's Nico Salva. We'll go head-to-head against Mike Silungan. Salva, only 4 attempts in that win against FEU. He was 2 for 4 from the field, only had 6 points. Really an extreme low for the kind of guy that Salva is, a scoring machine for Ateneo.
Yeah, but that's what we're looking forward. I know that he's going to come back in this ball game and play strongly and redeem himself from that so-so game. Nevertheless, a win for Ateneo against FEU in the first round.
Now, you mentioned, Professor, that UP, they've got to have their A game. And obviously, I guess this is the best, best game for them to have coming off a win is get tested by the best team in the league.
Oh, definitely. And the lesson from the first round, that they can keep in step with Ateneo. It's an almost game for UP in that first round encounter. And here they started off with a basket coming from Mark Lopez.
And a steal as well by Monte Castro, something he's been very, very good at, coming off the College of St. Benilde. Another steal by Jello Monte Castro. Back-to-back steals for him. Let's see how UP can convert that into numbers against Ateneo. Now UP has figured in many close battles, as you see Mark Lopez nail his second basket of the game, 4-0 in favor of UP.
Well, he's taking advantage really for Mark Lopez. And UP, they've got 4-0 start here, and Ateneo again slow for them to come up the boards here.
Now, Professor, marami ng dikit na laban ang UP dito. How are they gonna get over that proverbial hump, especially in the second half when they lose momentum and, conversely, the other team gains momentum?
Well, it's really it's a mental set for UP. That it's one of those games again. We're there, but we just couldn't finish it. And they showed that they can be competitive, and defensively they've done that so well here in the UAAP.
Let's check in with Bea Fabregas.
Eric and Randy, according to Coach Ricky, the UP Fighting Maroons have really been through so much coming out of that first round, but they have 7 opportunities to make it better. And of course, hindi tayo pwede puro sayang na lang. Do not waste the blessings we have to make our record better, sabi ni Coach Ricky. Now, when they watched their previous matchup against the Blue Eagles, they saw that it was their errors and lapses that caused them to catch up in the third quarter. But Coach Ricky made sure that he made the necessary corrections, of course, offensively and defensively. Today, he does not want the Blue Eagles to penetrate, and whatever happens, the Maroons need to make a way to create those stops. The Fighting Maroons have no room to commit the same mistakes, and they have every intention of starting the second round with a win. Eric and Randy.
Thanks, Bea, for that Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 courtside update. Life just got better. Nico Salva with that yakisobrang move from Nissin Yakisoba. Yakisobrang sarap. We talked about him really picking up the tempo here today after a subpar game against FEU. And there he is, scoring the first points of Ateneo. Silungan from long range. Yes, Silungan starting off on the mark, and that's a good sign for UP.
Yeah, well, the last time I think he was coming off the bench, and he just couldn't get his game going. That's the point of Coach Vicky that he has to get his game going, and the usual figures in double digits for Mike.
Salva gets another touch. And that's a mismatch against Jello Monte Castro.
That's a good thing that Ateneo is doing all season long, getting into the mismatches, and Nico Salva with Jed Monte Castro guarding him with the low post. Easy basket for him.
Soyud spots up from outside. Yes! And that's the way to score against a 7-footer.
Yep, the Soyud, very important for him to keep Slaughter out from the paint by hitting those perimeter jumpers.
Raul Soyud, his first basket of the game. And again, UP up by 4. Almost a steal from behind. Ravena, the high arc one-hander, yes.
Well, you see the recovery. It was almost a botch play, but Ravena seeing that the open defense of UP, easy for him to come up with that floater.
Monte Castro, Soyud again from outside. The help came. Ball knocked out, and here comes Monte Castro with possession para sa UP. Miss there by Lopez, his first miss of the game. 2 for 3 from the field. Ateneo's first miss from beyond the arc. Here's Lopez taking it away from Salva. Lopez, Silungan. Lost the handle for a little bit si Silungan. Still plenty of time para sa UP. 6 to shoot now. Somebody's got to put it up. Romero is way short. It's a 4-on-2 break here. Ateneo can't take advantage. Sumalinog is blocked. Bunch of hurried plays para sa Ateneo. Romero, that is erased by Slaughter.
Really a tough decision there for Romero to make.
9-7, UP on top by 2. Get ready for what's next. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. That's our first 3 of the game, brought to you by Great Taste 3-in-1. Silungan usually doesn't start off very hot from the field from outside. Knocks in his first attempt this game. High performance drive from Clearman. Deep cleanse with activated carbon. Deep cleanse for 0 dandruff. Salva with 5 of the 7 points of Ateneo. Let's check in with Selena Dagdag.
Well, Eric, Randy, Coach Norman Black wants the boys to learn from their mistakes during the first quarter and keep improving as the second quarter rolls out. In this game against the UP Fighting Maroons, Coach Norman wants the boys to get off to a good start. He also says that he wants them to keep playing and keep their intensities and their energy levels high right from the jump off. He also wants his boys to be watchful of Lopez, Monte Castro, and Silungan. Back to you, Eric and Randy.
Thanks, Selena. Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 courtside update. Life just got better. Well, those are the 3 they really have to look out for, especially here in the first half. Silungan starting off pretty good, and he continues to do so.
Yep, makita mo yung intensity that was in the report of Selena. You have to be the intensity not just on the offensive side but also on the defensive end. Ang bagal ng close out ng depensa ng Ateneo.
Some change-up, a little bit of a change-up in the lineup of Ateneo as Buenafe is in the game and misses his first attempt. Buenafe tries again, fakes, and he travels.
Still called off the bench for Ryan Buenafe.
Shot block dito ni Slaughter. Wala talagang pupunta yung tirang ni Romero. Brought to you by Rexona Men with 50% more lasting protection spray on the confidence. Perfect combination right there. Tinapos ni Silungan. Brought to you by Pure Foods Tender Juicy Chicken Cheese Hot Dog. Lopez starting off well and also continues to sizzle. Only 1 missed attempt. He has 6 points.
Well, good recognition on the defense of Ateneo. Nakita ni Mark, Slaughter was not there clearly and he had an opportunity. That's why he drove in and made that basket.
A quiet Ateneo crowd dito sa MOA Arena. UP up 13-7. That's way short. Para kay Chongson. Monte Castro surveying the field. Silungan wants it. Silungan feeling it. Now kicking it out. Oh, Monte Castro fumbled a little bit. Silungan inside. Silungan with a left hand. 7 points for Mike Silungan.
Yep, and Silungan and Lopez conspiring here in the first quarter to move UP to 15-7. Another strong start here for UP against Ateneo.
They have 13 of the 15 points ng UP, pero Ravena finding a way.
He's just phenomenal. The way he reads that and anticipates how the defense will close out or move back. Ravena with 4 points in the ball game.
Only 2 players have scored for Ateneo. Salva with 5, Ravena with 4. Soyud from outside. Ateneo off and running again, and Ravena slams it.
Woo! A good pass there by Chongson, giving it to Ravena. Dalawang option, either Salva or Ravena.
UP very slow coming back in transition against a running Ateneo team. Asilum getting ready to check in. Reports to the officials table. Silungan for 3. Off this time.
No offensive boards here for UP. The moment that you miss that outside shot, Greg Slaughter will control the boards for Ateneo.
Chongson, no look pass to Buenafe. Buenafe baseline. They go to Salva, the fadeaway. There is a whistle, 3-second violation against Slaughter. Owishi, oh wow! Moment of the game, open up the everyday surprises and open up yung depensa ng Ateneo right there. Twice, back-to-back moments para sa UP. Maaasahan assist with a finish by Silungan. Isang tulog lang. May bahay ka na with PS Bank Home Loan with Prime Rebate. Double team, si Lopez, Silungan dumps it down. Hipolito is in the ball game for the first time, as well as Asilum. Silungan with 3 seconds to shoot.
Well, you talk about the intensity of the defense. We see the intensity of Ateneo's defense there, closing in on whoever is holding the leather for UP.
Now, Professor, we saw Norman Black do this in their game against FEU. Pinagsabay na naman yung Twin Towers niya, si Slaughter and si Erap.
Yes, and Aram gets a good pass from keeper Ravena. Yun yung kinukuha niya off the bench. You get that energy. Still the same efficiency, keeping Slaughter and Ravena to combine with the bench players.
Emba is in the ball game for the first time para sa UP. Silungan picked up by Buenafe. 7 on the clock for the Fighting Maroons. Emba, somebody's got to put it up now. Hipolito is short.
Wow, that's really a very inefficient UP offense. Hindi mo lang nakahawak yung point guard para magdirekta ng play para sa UP in that last play.
But Emba able to save it off Slaughter. Get ready. Narrow getaway move by Kiefer Ravena. Getaway to Venture. Part of that 6-2 run by Ateneo to close that deficit. They were down by as much as 8 points. But now, dalawa na lang ang kalamangan ng UP.
So missed shot there by Ateneo. The defense of Ateneo really tightening here in the first period.
I think perimeter points, courtesy of KFC So Good Stats. KFC Cheese Top Burger. KFC So Good.
And that's a game of UP so far. 9 of their 15 coming from the perimeter.
Slaughter is blocked. Habulan sa bola. UP has possession. Asilum. And he steps out of bounds.
Well, UP cannot seem to work on this well on their offense.
Our Tattoo U-Stick fast break. That was an ultra-fast play from the new Tattoo U-Stick. Live without limits. The slam dunk by Kiefer Ravena. And twice Slaughter got the ball taken away. Where's Bob? Baseline. The pass, Silungan all day to shoot. Silungan can't knock it in.
Well, miss it or not, it was the best shot for UP in that offensive foray.
Elorte.
Oh,
Tip in by Eram off the miss of Slaughter.
very efficient JP Aram. 2 baskets underneath the bench for him. A put back. And now Ateneo and UP tied at 15.
And Coach Ricky Dandan was at inside the paint of the UP court. Galit na galit, may nireklamo against the officials.
Foul committed there by Kiefer Ravena.
He was lucky he didn't get called for technical there. Yun yung scene stealer. The Emba, brought to you by Globe or Globe Prepaids Social 20. That basket by Erap. Overwhelm your senses with the new McDonald's Big and Tasty. Dial 86236 for Mac delivery. Asilum going left against Elorte. Wiersba now. Wiersba thinking 3, goes inside. Emba on the pick and roll. Got lost somewhere. Gonzaga, 1 against 2.
Oh.
Gonzaga knocking it in.
Spending himself in midair against Alvin Padilla. So Ateneo takes the lead.
First taste of the lead by the Blue Eagles in this game. 17-15. Asilum.
Wow. That's a tough matchup for Nico Elorte.
Our Saucony run to the basket, we know because we run. Gonzaga. An excellent move right there as Ricky Dandan is screaming at center court. Instant replay brought to you by McDonald's. Overwhelm your senses with the new McDonald's Big and Tasty. Dial 86236 for Mac delivery.
Well, Coach Ricky Dandan really getting his case on the referees. Well, he felt that it was a dangerous foul given by Elorte on Asilum. Well, that's the first one for Henry. But he's really got the hops. The few games that I watched him in Cebu last year, I think he was really tired. But you know that he can play. As take a look at Mike Silungan. He's produced the numbers, and 2 for 2 for Asilum. To tie this knot here at 17.
Second deadlock of the game. And there's a foul by Padilla.
Good foul to give. They're not in the penalty yet.
Coming off the bench today, itong si Alvin Padilla. 2 points in the last game. 23 minutes he played against UE. That could have counted if it went. But UP keeping in step with Ateneo. Let's take a look at our Jollibee champ. Big burger goodness like no other.
Well, Mike Silungan, 7 points, very important for UP to get off to a hot start. They tied Ateneo 70 all at the end of the first.
Ateneo's biggest lead was 2 points. UP led by as much as 8, 17 all at the end of 10. UP dumidikit sa Ateneo. In fact, lumamang pa nga ng 8. Justin Chua going to work, coming into the bench or coming into play ngayong second quarter.
Well, imposing his will on Ramon's side on the play. Good pass to him, and then he was just inching his way to the basket to score the first 2 points of the second.
Jet Manuel is in the ballgame for the first time para sa UP. Ang ating stats from KFC Cheese Top Burger. KFC so good.
So, bench scoring at Ateneo with 6 against UP. Yung lift, 4 of them coming from JP Eram.
Eram has been a boon off the bench para sa Ateneo, and that was especially evident when laban nila against FEU as Manuel misses from about 5 feet from the basket. Padilla kicks it back out. A minute gone by dito sa ating second quarter. Padilla finds a little bit of an opening. Ball almost taken away. Manuel, here is Hipolito from the corner. Yes.
Wow, that's a tough shot for him over JP Eram. Really, UP keeping in step here.
So ating 5 on the floor from both teams. Hatid sa atin ang Hanes America's leading underwear brand. Third deadlock. Second quarter pa lang tayo. Manuel going under the screen and allowing Gonzaga a little bit of room. No one boxed out Eram, or I guess nobody can box out Eram. Masyado mahaba.
Really using his length in that play.
Chua misses.
But really a chore here for the second unit to come in and deliver for both teams.
Soyud handling, and na kay Manuel na ang bola. Manuel trying to split the double team, throws it away. Ateneo off and running, and again Ateneo with numbers.
And Eram at the anchor, Eric, he's just so efficient. He can really impose himself. He's the tallest guy on the floor.
Ultra fast play from the new tattoo U-Stick, Live Without Limits. Walang kahirap-hirap, no? Para kay JP Eram.
They're really so fortunate to have Norman Black as their coach. He's probably he's a teacher. Yun ang unang-una kay Norman Black, and he plays all the positions effectively and efficiently on the floor, and he's teaching these guys, particularly the big guys. Just look at the contribution of Ateneo in the last 4 years in terms of the big men to Philippine basketball.
Well, he ain't Mr. 100% for nothing.
Yes.
Ateneo now stretching it out a little bit. 22-19 ang kalamangan nila as we check in with Bea Fabregas.
Eric and Randy, when I asked Henry Asalum about his explosive second half against UE, he said that everybody really wanted that win badly. Also, he said siya na mismo sawa na daw siya sa talo. He was really just happy to be able to help his teammates and to be able to contribute to that first win. Now, right now, Coach he does not want them to hesitate in taking their shots, especially if they're open. At huwag daw sumugal sa passing. We were leading, and it just proves we are in this game. Just keep doing your stuff. Eric and Randy.
Thanks, Bea. Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 courtside update. Life just got better as Gonzaga. What a cut down the baseline and a reverse layup. Pero yun nga, UP has been gambling a lot sa kanilang mga passes. They've been picked off several times by the defense of Ateneo, and here it is again.
Yep, another lost ball for them, an opportunity for Ateneo.
Eram trying to be fancy a little bit. Doon sa fast break na yun, they were undermanned there. It was a 2 against 4 break. Hipolito steps into a jump shot. Soyud off the glass, yes.
Well, literally sinuyod niya yung bola to give them a putback in that play. And dito, UP medyo nawawala ng konti. Ateneo stepping on the gas.
And more about Ateneo, pakinggan natin si Selena Dagdag.
Well, Eric, Randy, Coach Norman Black wants the boys to play better defense. He also wants to stop Mike Silungan from scoring his usual numbers in the basket. And also, he wants to witness the boys reduce the Fighting Maroons' offensive rebounds as they gun for a bigger lead. Lopez putting in his usual points in the scoreboard is also a no-no for him. Back to you, Eric and Ran.
Thanks, Selena, for your Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 courtside update. Life just got better, or they're not going to have to worry about Silungan for a little while. He's not on the floor yet, pero yes, Silungan off to a good start. And obviously, he is one of the leading scorers of UP. And if you're Norman Black, you don't want him to get hot. Lopez misses from outside.
No offensive board here for UP. They're not getting too many second chances. Nil almost here in the second quarter. And the inside presence of Ateneo just making its presence felt.
Biggest lead para sa Blue Eagles right now at 5 points, 26-21.
Valera, 9 points and a 4 of 5 shooting to go with 2 rebounds. That's really significant quality minutes performance off the bench.
Eram had 6 points in Ateneo's win against FEU. That was off the foot of Justin Chua. The pass was perfect, but he couldn't handle it, and the speed they were going at as well. Coach Dandan shaking his head. Get ready for what's next. JP Eram, what a find. And also what a cut there by Gonzaga. Perfect combination between those two. From Pure Foods Tender Juicy Chicken Cheese Hot Dog. Ito naman, napulot pa yung loose ball na yon from Justin Chua. Strong power move of PS Bank. Isang tulog lang. May bahay ka na with PS Bank Home Loan with Prime Rebate. UP's offense in disarray dito sa second quarter as Asilum misses. Halfway to go dito sa second quarter, pero Soyud able to score 6 points.
Well, you mentioned about Soyud's ability to score from the perimeter area. That's an important shot for him. Consistently, he makes that. Slaughter is a non-factor so far here in the ballgame for Ateneo.
Slaughter posting up on Soyud, Professor. Tingnan natin. Soyud's big wide body, nahihirapan ipasok ni Slaughter inside the paint. Chongson, ball taken away. 1 against 2 here. Asilum with a one-hander. Wow, what a brave move from the young rookie.
You talk about peak basketball intelligence. You know, Asilum, wala siyang chance kung isasaksak niya. So he went for the floater with a lot of confidence in that shot.
Now UP within 1. May napituhan dito. And again, Ricky Dandan is irate with the call. He's saying 4 seconds na yata inside the paint si Slaughter. That's a yakisobrang move for sure. From Lisin Yakisoba, yakisobrang sarap. Can you imagine the guts you need to have to take a shot like that?
Oh, wala kang numbers, mag-isa ka lang doon.
Mag-isa ka lang, you're definitely not gonna get the loose ball. And I'm sure in the back of your head, you're thinking the coaching staff is saying, no. Good shot. Ito si Coach Dandan pacing. Medyo mataas na blood pressure ni Coach Dandan. Kanina pang first quarter. Gonzaga. Down the post. Ravena.
Kitang-kita mo yung tira niya. He's so squared when he goes up for the shot.
Just when UP was within 1, Ateneo finding a way within the confusion of the play to score a basket. They're up by 3, 28-25. Double teamed is Lopez momentarily. Asilum cuts across the lane. Soyud from outside. Soyud making Slaughter work outside the paint.
And a good pass there by Asilum. He was able to crack the defense. So Soyud open and making that basket.
Raul Soyud with 8 points, leading the way para sa Fighting Maroons. A body is on the floor and may tatawagan ng foul doon. Great defensive play by UP.
You know, Slaughter, I think, is getting impatient downstairs. So he's getting banged up by the body of Soyud and Silungan. And he's saying, you know, what have I done here? And you call a foul against me.
PS Bank maasahan assist from the rookie Asilum to Soyud from PS Bank Home Loan with Prime Rebate.
Another foul given up by Ateneo. That's team foul number 3. While UP only has a team foul to show here, or 2 fouls to show here in the second period, keeping it really close, Eric, for UP.
Our PLDT My DSL family ties. The strongest connections are at home. The Neri family. Lopez going back to work. 8 points for him.
typically, anytime you put UP and Ateneo together, don't look at the standings. They just fight it off and go toe to toe on the floor.
Really living up to that Katipunan rivalry, Norman Black, look, he's looking at the score now because he's saying, what happened there? Lamang na tayo ng 5 dun at 1 point. And all of a sudden, we have UP is up actually 29-28. Get ready for what's next. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. Urban fashion sense, Silverworks live to play. Na libre momentarily off an excellent drive. Itong si Lopez, overwhelm your senses with the new McDonald's Big and Tasty. Dial 86236 for Mac delivery.
Well, Slaughter finding an easier customer in Emba. Collecting the foul was Emba of UP.
And he seems to be, or to have difficulty going up against smaller but heftier defenders. Itong si Slaughter.
Exactly, and doon nakita nga niya si Emma parang mas madali-dali ng konti ang trabaho ko dito.
Ay, na maluwag,
Iba yung banggaan.
Shot block against Pesumal. Brought to you by Rexona. Rexona Men with 50% more lasting protection. Spray on the confidence. Chongso nahuli in midair. And he had to throw one up. Now UP with a chance, Professor, to up that lead to 3. Asilum. Emba putting in a bit of offense. Pero that was out of control. It's a nice break again from Ateneo, pero Slaughter, nawala ang bola sa kanya in midair. Lopez trying to break down Pesumal. Unsuccessful, so he gives it up to Asilum. Asilum spots up. Ateneo again off and running, 3 against 2.
Slaughter really having a difficult time. Silungan not giving up on defense.
Ito yung foul. Right on the arm. Si Silungan called for a personal. Overwhelm your senses with the new McDonald's Big and Tasty. Dial 86236 for Mac delivery.
Well, far in between and touches the Slaughter in terms of the offense of Ateneo.
Slaughter has yet to score.
And that's his first basket of a free throw.
Ryan Buenafe, scoreless in this game. He's coming off a 10-point performance. One of those pivotal guys who scored para sa Ateneo against FEU. One thing you've got to credit Slaughter, Professor, I'm sorry, is his steadiness at the line.
He's a very nice touch. Itong si Greg Slaughter. So, hindi pwedeng yung ihahak lang.
Haka Slaughter. Silungan with that little push-off to create separation. Gamboa, the offensive board.
Wow. Ateneo has only made a field goal out of 6 attempts since Eram went to the bench dito sa second period. Mga 4 minutes ago pa yun.
Gamboa using the Emba screen and scoring.
Good play there for Gamboa. Just ready off the bench.
And UP retaking the lead here, 31-30. Under a minute left to play in the first half. Pesumal, former Baby Eagle. Chongson finds a way in between 4 UP Fighting Maroons, but fortunately for UP, he misses.
Well, this is the kind of game that UP wants. Low scoring, they would have their opportunities. 31-30.
And Gamboa is fouled. He is also a former Eaglet para sa Ateneo. Awesome rebound by one of the smallest guys on the floor. Wow. Apply for a BPI Family Auto Loan at bpiloans.com today.
Well, instant offense. Good play there for Mike Gamboa of UP. A former, as you mentioned, former Eaglet.
Nice show by Slaughter.
Whoa! Yes!
Wow!
Woo!
That was a long one, to say the least. Silungan knocks a big 3 in as time expired on their shot clock. That got all the UP fans up, but Ravena, what a magical shot as well.
Wow, what an exciting first half here between UP and Ateneo, and UP holding on to a 2-point advantage.
Now that's a high-performance drive right there. Kiefer Ravena from Clearman deep cleanse with activated. It's been always like this the last 7 games. Pero how are they going to change that the next 2 quarters?
Well, they really have to watch out for Kiefer Ravena and Nico Salva. Now, they're going to improve here. You expect that. And for them to continue scoring from the perimeter, consistently they can do that. That's going to throw off the game of Ateneo. While in the case of Ateneo, huwag mo nung pasyatin ng 22 yung UP sa labas. Soyud's getting his way, Mike Silugan getting good looks. And on the other hand, involve Greg Slaughter and the rest of the team to play a more fluid and establish a perimeter game here in the second half.
Third quarter underway already. Gamboa, a foot on the line. Could have been a long 2. Ball tapped away. It will go to Ateneo.
And Slaughter feeling his nose. Parang natamaan ata dun sa huling play na yun. And I think he's gonna ask for some time here.
He's not bloodied up, so... But he's Slaughter screaming at the official, saying it's got to be a foul.
Did you see that? My nose still red, and it ain't December yet, and my name ain't Rudolph.
Well, he's shaking it off, and will stay in the ball game. Salva. Ooh. And nagkakainitan si Slaughter and si Emba right now. Hot under the collar itong si Slaughter after getting rubbed in the face.
Yep, and you know that's I think that's the role of Emba here. Get the goat of Greg Slaughter.
Overwhelm your senses with a new McDonald's Big and Tasty. Dial 86236 for Mac delivery. And right away, Slaughter getting to work, and Slaughter rejected. And galing siya sa labas, so that's an automatic turnover para sa Ateneo.
Well, they're trying to reestablish really Slaughter's offensive ball game here in the second half. Coach Norman back, knowing the importance. You can't get Slaughter really slackening offensively.
Alvin Padilla. Oh, nice spin!
Ooh.
But nahuli ni Slaughter on the boards. Emba from point-blank range with nobody bothering him, unable to knock it in. Ravena, oh, beautiful play, but he was short on the reverse. Romero, the loose ball. Let's check in with Selena Dagdag.
Well, Eric Randy, Coach Norman Black was not happy with how the Blue Eagles played their defense on the first half. Thus, he wants them to step up going into the second quarter. He also wants the boys to minimize their ball turnovers and at the same time avoid all kinds of foul trouble. He wants the Blue Eagles to execute their rotation more efficiently. As the second half starts, he demands to witness the execution of more box outs. He also wants the boys to work harder now that UP's confidence levels have risen. Back to you, Eric and Randy.
Thanks, Selena. Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 courtside update. Life just got better. Solid block from Redzona Men with 50% more lasting protection. Spray on the confidence.
Well, lucky shot there for Mike Gamboa. Pati siya mismo sabi, oh yes.
Napailing na lang, ano?
2 out of 2. Very important because it's a much bigger lead here for UP at 36-32.
4 points para kay Gamboa. Ateneo's really got to take care of that ball a lot more. 11 turnovers in the first half is not going to fly here in the second half for sure.
You know, Slaughter is really trying to hem it in. Si Emba, kaya niya sa loob yan eh.
Ito yung isa sa mga turnovers ng Ateneo, pero sa second half na yan. Brought to you by McDonald's. Overwhelm your senses with the new McDonald's Big and Tasty. Dial 86236 for Mac delivery. In case you're wondering, Silungan's fine. Just medyo naipit lang yung shoulder kanina, pero he's back on the floor. I don't think he even got replaced there. Yes, Slaughter is at the line.
Oh, 2 missed free throws for Gregory Slaughter.
The lucky break for Ateneo. As Sumalino gets the rebound. Let's go to Bea Fabregas.
Eric and Randy, Coach Ricky was more than intense in the dugout, and he was very upset with the defensive lapses of UP. He said, why is Ravena always able to penetrate the basket? And of course, Aram has so many putbacks. Boys, when all else fails offensively, our defense needs to kick in. Coach Ricky does not want them to absorb what Ateneo will do in the second half. We need to battle, fight, and give it back to the opponent, because any team will gear up for a second half, and according to Coach Ricky, the Maroons need to gear up as well. There's really nothing they can do that we cannot anticipate and fight back. Eric and Randy.
Thanks, Bea. Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 courtside update. Life just got better.
I think Padilla inside for UP is really to take care of business against Kiefer Ravena from Coach Ricky Dandan's perspective.
Let's see if they can slow down Ravena, who had 10 points in the first half, and back-to-back fouls kay Alinco Emba. He's a little bewildered. Parang wala naman daw. but officials say otherwise. Overwhelm your senses with the new McDonald's Big and Tasty. Dial 86236 for Mac Delivery. Did seem like there was much contact on the part of Emba though. For his benefit, parang just regular garden variety defense, right?
Yes, and you know, Johnson making a basket there, and Buenafe on the floor for the Blue Eagles. You know, this is the third quarter. Looking for some peppers here is Norman Black for Ateneo.
Silungan almost lost it. 6 seconds on the 24. And Ravena takes it away. Kiefer Ravena all the way,
yes.
and with a foul from Galarza.
He continues to impose his will on UP. Kiefer Ravena. That's quite interesting. I see Chris Ball, but he hasn't been filled in by Coach Ricky Dandan.
Perfect combination from Pure Food Standard Juicy Chicken Cheese Hot Dog. And an ultra fast play from the new Tap 2 U-Stick Live Without Limits. That's almost impossible to stop. He's a step and a half ahead of you. That's almost good as gold from Kiefer Ravena.
Well, he's really very consistent. Almost a flawless game here for Kiefer. And the lead goes back to Ateneo.
13 points para kay Ravena. There's a foul on Wami Chongson.
Well, Mike Gamboa playing against his former team.
Alumnus of the game. And again, a combination of UP and Ateneo here. June and Rosario Leyesa. Systogen Premium, your multi-defense solution to fight body aging. Silungan, 3. Ateneo.
Oh,
On the run, and Kiefer.
you know what's gonna happen.
Move.
Woo! Wow, just phenomenal. You know what's gonna happen when Kiefer Ravena gets that ball.
And Kiefer Ravena starting to go off right now. Good time for this Kit Kat break. Get ready for what's next. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. Ravena, 15 points, 5 here in the third quarter. Galarza, the fake, the drive, wala. Hipolito spots up.
Still nothing from UP. It's a 7-0 tear here for Ateneo in the last 2 minutes here of the third period.
No field goals para sa Fighting Maroons ngayong third quarter. Only 2 free throws coming from Gamboa. That's gonna be an easy 2 para kay Slaughter. Maliit yung bantay in Hipolito, and the help from Galarza.
You know, I think it's about time you put in Soyud back. Now, Slaughter is really creating the situation for himself, and Ateneo is feeding him the ball inside.
Padilla for 3.
Parang yun lang yung best options for UP, no, to take the 3-point shot whenever they're open.
Elorde, Salva, Galarza, quick hands, picking off the passing lanes. Silungan, 3. Yes!
Yep, that's a big turnover. Kaya napailing na si Coach Norman Black. You miss out on turnover, you give UP 3 points, and they're within 2.
13 points for Mike Silungan. Salva. And a quick foul by Galarza.
This guy really looks fit to defend you. Galarza against Nico Salva.
Oishi, oh wow moment of the game. What an excellent move. Perfect shot there brought to you by Uwishi. Open up to everyday surprises. 3-point shot from Mike Silungan from great pace 3-1.
Salva, since that explosive first quarter, has been kept quiet. It's still missing here, trying to find his rhythm. Tagal kasing naupo ni Nico eh.
Well, Norman Black used his twin towers, kaya medyo napahinga ng konti ito si Salva.
1 of 2. The lead is 3 for Ateneo. UP's in the penalty area with 5 team fouls.
Monte Castro driving. Oh, what a shot!
Wow. Wow. Far in between, but pretty indeed for UP. They're within a point.
Oh, Slaughter. And there's an automatic foul from Hipolito.
Isang ulo diferensya nila si Slaughter at si Hipolito.
High performance drive between 2 bigs of Ateneo as well. What a shot by Jello Monte Castro. Brought to you by Clearman Deep Cleanse with activated carbon. Deep Cleanse for 0 dandruff. You wonder, no, how long will Ricky Dandan have to wait before putting in Raul Soyud on the floor? Because clearly, Hipolito and Galarza will do nothing else but foul Slaughter once he gets established on the post.
But Slaughter, 1 of 2 again from the free throw line. That's a valid point that you've raised, Eric, about hanggang kailan yan. Because Slaughter is really getting his ball game here in the third period.
Monte Castro using the Galarza screen, trying a similar play. Wow, Monte Castro, third steal of the game. Galarza!
Oh,
Easy
that's a
basket.
bonus.
Beautiful dish.
Yep. From a steal, turnover points too, and Galarza. That's really a bonus. He's out there to defend, but he's got 2 points now on the board.
Our fourth deadlock at 43 all. And another steal here, but taken right back by Salva. Buenafe, catch and shoot. Good box out this time by UP. Monte Castro pushing the tempo. Monte Castro trying to go again on that pick and roll with Galarza. Silungan spots up for 3. Ooh, that would have been big.
Oh, great
Oh,
pass.
nice break.
Great
Ravena
pass.
just pushing the ball and finding Buenafe on the wing.
Buenafe will like that. Yun ang gusto ko kasi ni Buenafe. Darating sa kanya yung bola, good dish off.
Hulog na lang, ano?
Oh,
Para kay
sakto.
Buenafe.
That's not an easy pass to make by a keeper.
Padilla. Ateneo up by 2. Oh, Padilla, tough shot against Salva. Picks up his own miss. Here's Hipolito. Ooh, that's taken away. Right at the top by Slaughter. That's way short.
A lot of
Monte
pressure.
Castro.
A lot of pressure from that angle for Monte Castro.
Ito yung steal ni Monte Castro. Drive, dish, and the finish. Yakisobrang move. Brought to you by Nissin Yakisoba. Yakisobrang sarap. And ito yung one dribble and easy layup on our ultra fast play. From the new Tattoo You Stick Live Without Limits.
Not a good foul to give. They're in the penalty. That's going to mean 2 free throws for Nico Elorde.
There didn't seem like there was much, connection there between itong si Monte Castro and Elorde. Pero nevertheless, tinawagan ng foul si Monte Castro.
Elorde missing an opportunity to put them further. Of course.
Itong mga misses at the line, will hurt Ateneo if this goes down the wires sa fourth quarter.
It's a close ball game. Slaughter has missed 3 free throws here. Salva has missed 1. Elorde has missed the first end. And the second free throw missed by Elorde.
Shooting woes at the line para sa defending champs. Galarza. Monte Castro, 4 seconds to shoot. Galarza will have to put it up.
Oh, was there a foul on Erap?
Seems like there was. As you look at Ricky Dandan.
So very animated, very energetic. He's got something. He's got a chance in this game.
Well, Ateneo. Best break from Kit Kat. Get ready for what's next. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. A future member of the Pep squad para sa Ateneo, it seems.
Well, try those moves, Eric. Very graceful in our appreciation of the kids' moves. And Galarza, what a big bonus here in the third period. He was defending, but now he scored 3 points, 1 field goal, and a basket here.
J.R. Galarza.
Alam mo, galing sa barracks, yung cut ng buhok niya, yung shorts niya, hindi ganun kahaba, maiksi yung medyas. Parang yung tumatakbo siya lagi sa diliman, di ba? Yung sa jogging area nila.
Alam ko, sabihin mo, parang galing dun sa 1979 squad ng UP. Kasi yung shorts medyo maiksi pa talaga, no?
Yep, and but he's fit. No? I think that it's the energy that is brought here in the defense for Coach Ricky Dandan.
Well, definitely he's delivered the goods defensively. And he's helped out with the hustle plays. Padilla almost taking the ball away from Gonzaga. 7 to shoot para sa Ateneo. Chua from outside. Elorde keeping the ball alive para sa Ateneo. Lopez unable to box him out. Medyo nakakalimutan ng konti. Elorde.
Oh, tough pass. What?
Caught indecisive in the air.
Oh, but because UP is in the penalty, So anything the ball gets inside, you know, hahawakan, undersize yung sentro nila, 6'2" si Gallarza.
Love ng barkada moment of the game from Chippy. Love namin talaga. There have been moments to love if you're a UP fan.
Justin Chua's game also hasn't picked up here. It was Aram really who stood out in the first half.
Chua 1 for 2. 3 points for him in a 2-point lead para sa Ateneo. Gallarza was born here but raised in Ontario, Canada. Goes behind the back against Aram. Uses a bit of body to push Aram off. Hipolito can't keep it alive para sa UP. Elorde on the break. Too strong off the glass. Buenafe is fouled.
An offensive board. 2 free throws for Buenafe because of that foul, UP.
Tingnan natin kung nasaan yung foul because the UP coaching staff says bola. Well, you be the judge. Overwhelm your senses with the new McDonald's Big and Tasty. Dial 86236 for Mac delivery. And again, Ateneo continues to miss from or at the line as you look at the frustrated Ricky Dandan.
Oh, another 1 of 2 performance here for the Blue Eagles. 3 points up over UP, a minute and 34.
Taller Monte Castro against Elorde. Oh, Lopez. Ball went through him, pero ando dun si Gallarza. 5 to shoot. Lopez will have to put it up.
Again, good play there. Elorde had the position over Monte Castro.
And the UP community up in arms against that call. Swish good vibes. Switch to Swish alcohol-free mouthwash. It's all good. The foul was called on Monte Castro as he was being boxed out by Elorde. Pero ang tinawagan ng foul, si Monte Castro. May technical na itinawag sa coaching staff ng UP.
And they're asking sino raw ba yung na-technical sabi ni Coach Ricky. Ako ba?
Ako ba? Kasi marami na akong sinasabi kanina pero wala pa naman tinatawag. I guess it's not on Coach Dandan.
Elorde making the first entry. Of course, the family of Nico Elorde from Bugo City, Cebu. 2 for 2. Parang ngayon lang nangyari sa Blue Eagles sa third quarter, nagkaroon ng 2 for 2
ano?
performance.
Improper bench decorum ang itinawag on that technical foul call against UP.
Nasakit yun because it gave Elorde 2 free throws. Pinasok niya pareho. The lead is the biggest to at 5 here in the third period.
And now, Ateneo starting to knock it in.
Gonzaga. Actually, it was Elorde who was fouled by Monte Castro, and these are the technical free throws
ano?
to Luis Gonzaga given, and plus ball possession here
pa yun,
for
course.
Ateneo. Yun ang masakit dyan.
So, a potential 6 or 7 point swing in favor of Ateneo.
And right now, it's a 7-point advantage for the Blue Eagles.
Biggest lead of the defending champions. Gonzaga is all fired up. Here's Buenafe against Padilla using the Aram screen. Buenafe dishing Gonzaga for 3. Oh, Gonzaga is fouled at the line by Monte Castro.
Wow, that's really a poor foul given by Monte Castro. 3-point attempt here for Gonzaga. That means 3 free throws. The last time Gonzaga was there, he made 2 free throws. And slowly, Eric, that space between Ateneo and UP getting wider. It's like a breach in the dike happening here. Baka may karoon ng unleashing here in the fourth period.
I like the metaphor right there, Professor. Ooh.
Mahirap kasi pagka mga tag-ulan yan ang naiisip.
Yan ang nagagamit mo no? Well, Gonzaga misses the second of 3. But if he makes this,
which he does,
it's a 6-point swing in favor of Ateneo in a span of about 20 seconds.
Oh, mabilis yun. Imagine, 3 lang yung lamang kanina. Ngayon, 9 na. Because of the free throws given to Ateneo.
That you've got to remember that point in this game when UP committed that technical foul.
Oh,
Gallarza, that's big.
Yep, keeping them in the ball game.
UP could have crumbled right there, pero Gallarza, the rookie, stepping up and knocking in that shot from outside.
Oh, 3 seconds from JP Eram and Justin Chua.
UP getting some breaks in the tail end of this third quarter.
Free throw shooting, Eric. 11 of 20 free throws given, made by Ateneo in the third. UP has only made 3 of 4 in the third period.
UP can get the final shot here. Monte Castro to Padilla. 6 seconds. 4. Gallarza puts it up. Almost got it to fall.
And an eventful third quarter for Ateneo. They have the lead.
After trailing just by 2 at the end of the first half, really turned it up here. As you take a look at our Jollibee champ of the third quarter, big burger goodness like no other.
Keeper Ravena. Parang walang tiro, hindi pang poster eh.
Excellent performance from him. 15 points at the end of the third, and it's a 53-46 Ateneo lead. Ateneo starting to turn it up here in the second half, and helped no less in no short measure also by some miscues by UP late in the third quarter. But Padilla starts off the right way para sa UP in the fourth.
Yep, they were very miserable in the third period for UP, scoring only 12 points while Ateneo turning on the heat with 21.
That's our stats, brought to you by KFC Cheese Top Burger. KFC so good. Gonzaga, no hesitation, puts it up and knocks it in.
Off the bench, Gonzaga is turning the juice here. 5 points in the second half for Luis Gonzaga.
Pero Soyud, Raul Soyud, who had 8 points
in the first half.
In the first half, it's back, ano?
Ngayon lang napasok.
Fourth quarter, yeah. Let's see if he can still make a difference as you look at our Enervon Todo energy play of the game. Energive, Energuard, Enervon. Rested the entire third quarter, if I'm not mistaken, Raul Soyud, no?
Yes.
So they missed out on the opportunity, talking about UP, to keep the hot hand of Soyud.
Gamboa has also contributed well. 5 points off the bench. Dito lang pinasok sa second half para sa UP, and it's a ball game here. 5 points lead lang ng Ateneo, and UP very much into this.
And a foul by Gamboa, knocking off Elorde from his path. Best break from Kit Kat. Get ready for what's next. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. Elorde for 3. Ooh. Off the mark. 3-on-2 break here. Ateneo a little slow down defensively. Padilla is fouled.
Well, they've been looking at the points here for Alvin Padilla. He's made a 3-pointer, and now he's got a recovery offensively. But the Lord has to sit down. Jongson coming back. It's really on the backcourt. Really, that's a concern for Coach Norman Black. The last 4 years, you've got really great guards manning the backcourt, and here you have 2 guys who put into the floor, Kwame Chongson and Nico Olorde, and quickly they must be able to complement and direct the offense of Ateneo.
Padilla steady at the line, and now the UP is within 3. 55-52. Slaughter from the elbow.
Oh,
Got the lucky bounce.
yep. We've got Ravena and Slaughter, Buenafe on the floor here for Coach Norman Black. You know that the unleashing is here now in the fourth.
Soyud giving a pick para kay Gamboa, who goes to his right baseline reverse, and there's a foul on Ateneo. Easy spot up play para kay Slaughter there and gets the lucky bounce as well. Overwhelm your senses with the new McDonald's Big and Tasty. Dial 86236 for Mac delivery.
An interesting story here from Mike Gamboa. You know, he played, of course, for the Blue Eaglets, and his decision to move to UP just secured that he's going to have a collegiate ball career. Because, you know, looking at the Ateneo lineup, he's not going to be able to crack that lineup. And so his decision to move to UP and to be productive. But of course, he missed 2 free throws, and the lead is still 5 for Ateneo.
Those are big, especially here in the fourth. Nice cut, Ravena, and an easy reverse.
Parang walang magawang mali. Ano ba si Ravena? 8 of 9 na ba sa field goals ni Kiefer?
We'll check those numbers, Professor, but he has 17 points, 3 rebounds in the game. Padilla finds an opening, pero nandun si Slaughter for the block. Great combination. Slaughter, Ravena, Pure Foods Tender Juicy Chicken Cheese Hot Dog. Ilabas si Lopez, dalawang gwardiya ang nasa floor ngayon para sa UP. Asilum and Gamboa. Soyud, the fake. The pass, Padilla unable to get control. Pero Padilla saying wala nang oras, dapat tinira mo na yun, Raul Soyud. There's that Slaughter block from Red Zone Man with 50% more lasting protection. Spray on the confidence. Let's listen in to Selena Dagdag.
Well, Eric, Randy, at the start of the game, the Blue Eagles rather's goal is to start strong. And although they may have fallen short, their final aim remains the same, which is, of course, to finish strong. Defense-wise, Coach Norman tells his boys in the huddle that at this point of the game, there is no room to be lenient. Everybody's got to go for the rebound and play defense. He also wants the Blue Eagles to stop the Maroons' penetration. Back to you, Eric and Randy.
Thanks, Selena. Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 courtside update. Life just got better. Ravena had an opening and a good look, pero unable to get it in.
Still a good percentage for Kiefer. He's 8 of 10 from the field in this ballgame.
Short was that attempt from outside by Gamboa. He apologizes to the bench, and now Ateneo a chance to bring it back to the biggest at 9 points with a basket here as we check in with Bea Fabregas.
Eric and Randy, Coach Rudy does not want the boys to complain about the calls they are unhappy with, because this just takes their eye off the goal in this fourth quarter. Also, Coach Rudy told your old that he's the only big on the floor, and he is asking him to give absolutely everything to get those rebounds and get that ball. Now the UP Fighting Maroons cannot let this game slip through, as they have more than a fighting chance, and they are still in this game. Eric and Randy.
Thank you, Bea, for that Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 courtside update. Life just got better. Soyud starting to get it back on, or to turn it back on. Scores his 10th point of the game. Buenafe losing it in midair, but gets back his own miss.
Oh! Flip ball.
Can't get it on the first tip. Gets it on the second. Strong power move from PS Bank. Home loan with prime rebate. Greg Slaughter with 9 points after being scoreless in the first quarter.
And his counterpart, Soyud, has 10 points on a 5 of 8 shooting to go with 3 boards.
Ooh. And Silungan curls off the Soyud screen, and Gonzaga will be called for a foul. Eto yun, no? Gandang fake. And Gonzaga, nowhere to go, but right behind Silungan. Overwhelm your senses with the new McDonald's Big and Tasty. Dial 86236 for Mac delivery. Mike Silungan to Soyud. Soyud open. A little short, pero Silum, yes!
Well, you can count on the guy. You know, he has a nose for that leather. Follow that missed shot of Soyud, and they're within 5.
Wami Chongson. Ito si Slaughter against Soyud. Slaughter short, way short.
Oh, big
Saiba
basket.
was there to the rescue.
Well, they really have the advantage over a shorter UP Fighting Maroon squad, the Ateneo Blue Eagles.
Yakisobrang move brought to you by Nissin Yakisoba. Yakisobrang sarap. Hindi po yung tirang yun. Ito, yung punta ng rookie, Silum. Winning move. Tapos, pero andun si Salva and he gets the basket and the foul. Control oil up to 8 hours. Got that good advantage from Master. Salva has been pretty quiet in the second quarter. Only has 8 points to his name. 63, or make that 64-56 Ateneo with 5:13 remaining in the fourth. 6 and 1 versus 1 and 6. Itong UP looking for their second win of the season, while Ateneo looking to make it a 6-game winning streak as they shoot for their 5th straight championship. Soyud, the fake, Soyud, the surfer shot! Oh, what a play! 12 points for Raul Soyud, already putting up a new career high.
Well, Soyud, really the man of the hour for UP in this ball game. Very consistent.
Salva travels.
Eric looking at the stats. Take a look first at the shot of Soyud.
Against a 7-footer. 6'5" against 7. That's how you shoot it. Whew. High performance drive from Clearman Deep Cleanse with activated carbon. Deep Cleanse for zero dandruff.
And of course, a recognition from the UP crowd. You know, UP has an advantage a little bit here against Ateneo. Ateneo is in the penalty.
Oh, what a teardrop. Asilum
Wow.
losing Johnson like he was nailed to the floor and puts up a teardrop against Salva.
Ito na, the best guys on the floor here for both teams.
UP is within 4. Johnson is fouled by Emba.
Very shifty player in that move. He lost Asilum to the left, went to his right, and could have been a 3-point play.
Emba fouls out of the ball game. That's it for him. Tingnan mo yung crossover. Yeah, Asilum had a teardrop when the help came. Wow, overwhelm your senses with the new McDonald's Big and Tasty. Dial 86236 for Mac Delivery. Pero bumawi si Wami.
Nakakuha ng foul. And using the opportunity to call his troops, Coach Ricky Dandan. Meron kasing konting segundo pagka nagkaroon ng gumbrado sa player mo. And they're taking that opportunity. Hipolito will replace the fouled out Emba.
A much smaller lineup ngayon para kay Coach Ricky Dandan as Hipolito checks in. Wami nails the first of 2. Johnson coming off a 12-point performance against FEU.
Oh, very important shots made by Wami here in the fourth. The lead is back up to 6.
But still plenty of time remaining. 4 minutes left to play. That's the 4th point of Johnson, by the way. Far cry from his shooting display he put on against FEU. Here comes Soyud again. Trying another miracle shot.
Actually, parang sanay si Soyud sa ganyan. Soyud has 12 points. Career high niya na yan.
Wami Johnson blows by Soyud but can't knock it in. Asilum pushing the pace. Asilum, and there's a foul on Ravena.
Well, he's really a tricky guy, no? Asilum and Ravena fouling him. That's gonna mean 2 free throws because Ateneo is in the penalty. Yun yung mabigat dun sa foul because he gambled. Naiwan eh. And even Kiefer was surprised. Bakit may free throw? He didn't realize they're in the penalty.
So 8 points, 4 rebounds, Henry Asilum. Pretty steady at the line on the first.
Ito yung pagtinignan ng Ateneo, but hindi natin nakita ito. Because he played for Sacred Heart, Ateneo de Cebu. And he chose to play for UP.
Good form, 10 points para kay Asilum. Three players in double digits para sa UP today. Led by Silungan's 13. Look at the bench points. Pantay na pantay, no? And starters, lamang lang ng konti ang Ateneo. Slaughter failing. And Silungan taking it away, rubbing it off the head of Slaughter.
Yung Siuri dito talaga kay Slaughter, he gets distracted when he's banged up. And so it's doing that.
We talked about that kanina, Professor. No, he's troubled by smaller, heftier defenders si Greg Slaughter. Silungan for 3. Would have been big, Lopez trying to contest that rebound, pero can't take it away from Slaughter. Salva. Hipolito falls down. Salva could have taken advantage of that, but he passed the ball already. Under 3 minutes left to play here in the fourth. Ravena. Slaughter unprepared for the kick out. Asilum for 3. Lopez tried to bounce it off Gonzaga. No go. Ito na naman si Ravena, who's been very steady on the playing court. Very good decisions para kay Ravena today. Give and go. Wami,
Wow,
yes!
wow. You know, he's made a lot of plays here in the fourth quarter, Wami Chongson.
68-62. Ateneo. Last 2 minutes, brought to you by PS Bank. Isang tulog lang, may bahay ka na. With PS Bank Home Loan with Prime Rebate. If there's any point in the game where UP's really got to turn it up and be close to perfect, if not perfect, it has to be now. They are down by 6.
Yep. Ilang stops yan kailangan nila. It's a 2-possession game here in favor of Ateneo. Wala, hindi na rin makaka-foul itong UP dito, but that would serve them well.
Coach Dandan wants to talk things over. Well, he's got a lot of adjustments to make, but still plenty of time. 68-62 Ateneo. .150 left to play in the fourth, and Ateneo with a 6-point advantage, 68-62. Biggest lead by the defending champs was 9 points. UP led by as much as 8. Still a pretty close one, and UP's got a solid chance of coming back here. Good stop, but Slaughter gets to the loose ball.
Yep, yung offensive recovery. They're going to play the clock again and set up the offense here for Ateneo. Chongson doing a good job of directing plays and controlling the offense of the Blue Eagles.
Salva blocked by Hipolito, and the rebound going into the hands of somebody on the floor. That was Mike Silungan. Asilum to Soyud, who's been pretty steady. Yes!
He is.
14 points for Raul Soyud, but more importantly, just down by 4 ang UP. Ravena blowing by Lopez, and there's going to be a UP foul somewhere there.
But you really have to stop the dribble of this fellow. He gets there, he knows how he can shoot, and he will be fouled. Walang hesitation eh.
And the first step is just too quick for anybody to handle. Overwhelm your senses with the new McDonald's Big and Tasty. Dial 86236 for Mac delivery. Soyud 14 points. Also 3 rebounds in the game.
Definitely a lot has been written about and mentioned about the game of Kiefer and his dad. And, you know, Kiefer certainly living up to the Ravena name. He missed the first end of his free throw. Converting on the second, and a more comfortable 5-point advantage for Ateneo.
69-64. We'll be back after this break. The Fighting Maroons with a golden opportunity towards the end of this game against the defending champions, the Blue Eagles of Ateneo. Very near to a 5-second violation there for Silungan. Asilum. Padilla faking a 3. Under a minute left to play. Lopez is fouled. Shooting a 3.
Oh, we'll see. You know, Kiefer Rivera went after Lopez's shot. Malaki yun, and that should have been, you know, let go muna para ano, penalty sila. You stop the clock, 2 free throws at least. No? That's natin ang judgment kung 3 ang ibibigay kay Mark Lopez. Oh, just a 2.
Just a 2, ano?
Oh, inside the arc yung paa ni Lopez.
So these are very crucial free throws for UP. And the pressure is all fairly square on the shoulders of Mark Lopez. He can't afford to miss this.
And yes, he just did that.
It's just going to make a tougher road ahead para sa kanila with 54.7 seconds remaining in the game. Oh, and he misses both.
Well, he's a 68% free throw shooter.
So he could have gotten at least one by the percentages lang, ano?
Oh, and hindi. It's, and again, Ateneo will use some clock here. Ravena, the main man.
What a fake from Chongson. Lopez.
Oh, look at Ravena.
Oh, Ravena keeps it alive. Lopez was there, pero Ravena came from behind to take it away. That may be the rebound that breaks the back of UP here, as Padilla is called for a foul.
Yep. Yep, and he crowd saying diretso sa mukha ni Kiefer yung foul ni Alvin.
That's our Del Monte Fit and Right step-up play of the game. It's time to step up with the new Fit and Right orange, and the crowd reacting. Medyo kita yung hampas sa mukha ni Alvin Padilla.
Ravena. Nag-apologize naman si Alvin. Sabi ni Kiefer, sige lang. Pero masakit yun. Kasi diretso sa mukha ni Kiefer. But Alvin's a tough cookie. Alam natin, no? He's the one who's going to get your goat. And Kiefer's the biggest thorn sa game ng UP.
21 points. That's a new season high para kay Kiefer Ravena.
Game slipping away from UP.
Padilla for three. Oh, he's fouled by Slaughter.
And is that returning the compliment? Just asking.
Tit for tat, I guess. Sabi ni Greg Slaughter, you knock my man down, I knock you down. Pero that was a solid contest on the part of Slaughter. Yep. He was going for the ball. Padilla gets the first of three.
17 seconds remaining. Well, for this ball game, should Ateneo continue to hold on and win this game, they continue to be at the top with a 7-1 record. Well, for UP, it's getting deeper. It's going to mean 1-7 for them, and 5 wins na yung hinahabol nila eh. Because that's the lowest number of wins inside of Magic 4, NU and LaSalle. Yun yung numero nila, 5-3 ang record nun.
Gonna be a steep climb para sa UP. I think Ateneo is gonna talk it over. And Norman Black is screaming at someone. I think it's gonna be on Chongson.
Saying, keep it cool.
Well, he knocked down Asilu.
The psych-up game between some of the players, of course. Now it's Asilum and Wami Chongson. And the thing about that, Kiefer Ravena talked to him. Pare-pareho tayong Atenista.
Relax lang.
Easy lang.
Well, ito pong action natin bukas. Nasa Araneta Coliseum po tayo. Adamson against FEU. While in the main event, Uste will try to bounce back after getting beat down in tremendous fashion by FEU against National University. A happy birthday to our production manager, Jenny Jimenez. 25 yata, no?
Yes! Happy birthday!
Jenny, 25 years old today. So, UP will very, very close.
Meron pa raw.
Uy, Anton Rojas pala, no? Sa Martes naman, Anton, advance happy birthday.
21 naman.
21. Pabata ng pabata ang mga staff ng ABS-CBN Sports. Pero mabalik tayo sa UP. Awesome performance they got from a bunch of guys here today. Pero it seems like this game is slipping away.
Yep, but another learning curve. Masakit, humahaba, the season slipping away kasi not just the game. Look at the importance of this ball game para sa UP. You've got 6 more games to go and you've got 4 wins to crawl. O the assumption hindi naman nanalo yung dalawa, yung NU at saka yung LaSalle. So, malalim na yan. In the case of Ateneo, well, hold on to that one. Kung pwedeng all the way one para twice to beat sa Final Four.
Balikan uli natin ang ating fueled duel of the game from Gatorade.
Well, Kiefer Ravena, 21 points, 5 boards. Palakpak dyan, di ba?
Really outplaying yung matchup niya with Mark Lopez, ano?
And whoever thrown at Kiefer Ravena.
Only 8 points for Lopez here today. Kiefer Ravena, season high po yan. 21 points, and we're not even done yet. We have 17.3 seconds remaining. Ricky Dandan is at the officials table, and I think he's just clearing something up.
Well, Hipolito comes in para sa Fighting Maroons. 17.3 seconds, 2-possession game. 72 for Ateneo, 66 for UP.
Ateneo can just actually hold on to this ball until the buzzer.
Foul
Castro commits a foul.
para naman lang yung last say para sa kanila because he's not gonna foul. Anyway, it's a one-ball game here for Ateneo. 8.7 seconds, 2 free throws for Nico Salva. Wami Chongson came up very good in the fourth quarter. He was controlling the game, the tempo. And going back to the third period, Eric, yung nagkaroon ng 6-point production in one offensive tray, 6 free throws out of 7. Yung loose ball foul na na-commit ng ni Asilum, if I'm not mistaken, kay Elorde, and then nagkaroon ng technical dahil sa bench decorum against UP, and then yung final sa 3-point area si Luis Gonzaga. I think that spelled off the difference, kaya may hinakabol na malaking lamang ang UP going into the fourth quarter, and Ateneo holding on to that lead, protecting that lead to win this game.
I think that foul though was on Monte Castro. He was being boxed out by Elorde.
Yes.
What you were referring to, Professor. But regardless, the point is moot. Norman Black goes up 7-1, and Ricky Dandan falls down to 1-7. And what a turnaround for Ateneo after being the number 2 team sa ating league because USD was 1 at 6-1 at the end of the first round. Things have turned around. Natalo ang Uste. And then itong Ateneo umangat palalo, so gumawa pa sila ng konting cushion in between them and the number 2 team sa ating standings. There is the final score, 73-66 Ateneo. Ito ang ating PS Bank maasahan player of the game. Isang tulog lang, may bahay ka na with PS Bank home loan with prime rebate.
Hindi nakatulog, yung mga bantay niyang nakatulog, Kiefer Ravena putting on a slam there, and the whole game, he was just awesome. Galing talaga. Able to call a rebound, mga picture-perfect layup.
Wow, it's been a nightmare for anybody picking him up defensively, As it was a spectacular performance by the young Kiefer Ravena.
7 wins. And to continue winning and talk about barbecuing the whole thing, Eric.
Siya rin ang ating Jollibee champ of the game. Big burger goodness like no other. What can you say? I mean, a new season high para kay Ravena, and his efforts have put Ateneo over the top to start the second round of eliminations. And congratulations to the Blue Eagles. Our team Bonchon of the game brought to you by Bonchon Chicken, crispy chicken secret the world craves for. Ito naman ang ating RCBC game-changing player from RCBC Savings Bank. My Loans, make that life-changing move.
Yep, itong si Gonzaga, we were referring to that stretch. He made 4 of 5 free throws in that stretch para sa Ateneo. He finished the game with 10 points, and that's really a lot off the bench for Coach Norman Black. Gonzaga changing the situation in favor of Ateneo.
Again, ang games natin tomorrow at the Araneta Coliseum.